Alright, sorry about that. So yeah, so let's start the meeting. So today, as most of you know, basically, well, we're going to start with the agenda, really. We're going to start talking about my replacements for coordinating the expressions team. At the moment, I've got three. I was talking to Axel, Jonathan, and Zaven, and we were thinking that it would be great to actually if they could uh, try to do something with the coordination of the team. So and see, we haven't really decided anything yet. So it's just to actually we're gonna just talk about it and see how that goes, and see if we can actually give some responsibility to uh, other members. Also, then next we will be talking about the marketing team, and because Nicole is here, and we recently been talking about having a closer relationship with the marketing team. Um, and I thought we could on the next issue. I just thought we could actually just talk about the quality assurance check, because this has been lately a hot topic on people actually creating some media and actually putting the Venus logo on it. So we just want to make sure everybody follows kind of the same guidelines so everything goes smoothly. And then just in general, um, we'll just talk about people getting involved, how if they want to talk about a new position arising, the new ways of doing things. Yeah, so we're all happy to talk about it at that point, and then eventually just to finish, we'll just talk about anything that you guys like and you're not sure about. Um, just I don't think everybody knows everyone here. We have Yume who's new here. I think everyone else know each a bit about everyone. So Yume, if you'd just like to um, talk maybe just for a couple of minutes talking about you.
Most certainly. I'm Yume. I live in Florida. I'm 24 years old. I am trying to get more involved in the Venus Project community, but until I do so, I would like to gain more knowledge on the information before I jump head first. And that's pretty much it in a nutshell. So if there's anything you would like to know, just ask.
Okay, that's great. Um, so Zaven said it will be here in a minute. Um, well, anyway, we'll just start off. So Jonathan and Axel, if you wanted to talk a little bit about yourselves, since as you know, we've discussed about you taking over the coordination of the expressions team, and Jonathan, you're pretty good with on the video side, and Axel on the music, and then Zaven on the print media. So as a trio, personally, I thought it would be a good thing for you guys to actually share it, especially when it's not as personal experience to have one person rely on setting up meetings and attending meetings, and it's just not really always doable depending on what you have to do, um, finding the time for all these things basically. So if you can share it in three, I think it would be a lot easier for you guys. So yeah, if you want to talk and let us know your thoughts about it. John or Axel?
Yeah, I'm here.
Axel, do you want to start?
Okay. I'm Axel Kneschke. I'm original originally learned technical construction, industrial design, and mechanics. And I'm engineer in this way, and I changed my life into 1998. And I go more in a way of marketing, music, film production, and like this. I worked with a lot of agencies together on big projects for big companies, for radio stations, for TV, etc. And now I'm multimedia designer and music producer, also DJ. So I want to care about the Venus Expression Media team in the music area.
User joined your channel.
Okay, I'm Jonathan. A lot of people know me from being a POC of Israel. I started up just by translating Zeitgeist Addendum and translating a bunch of other stuff. And
User
then I
left your
started
channel.
going into video editing. Originally, I was in the field of sound engineering, and I kind of used it in some of the videos in terms of making the music and also trying to improve audio. I was working with really primitive uh, video softwares. So anyway, I really got into video editing, and I kind of feel like this is an area that we really need to invest in and improve, and hopefully we will be able to have a lot more videos on a lot of subjects that I feel might be addressed really easily on video rather than text, and reach more people, and hopefully videos that will be made according to the marketing team best practices. And that's it. I don't know. I really wanted to hear from Ben about what exactly are the responsibilities, and also what are tools that we have for our use, because I wasn't never a part of the Venus Expression Media team, and I really don't know how you guys manage yourselves.
Okay, well, no problem. I can always take you through all the admin side of it. In I mean, I won't. I will still work in the background. I was thinking of still actually looking after the website at least until you guys know how everything works. If you're used to that kind of website anyway, it won't take you long to actually understand how it works. But yeah, I'm still happy to actually keep it up to date, a bit more up to date actually. Do some changes. So I mean, most of it doesn't need to be changed, but I'm actually not sure what's going on with the new website. There is apparently a new website of the Venus project. So if actually anybody knows about what's going on about that new website, I'd like to hear it.
The one that Andrew's developing with Tico and Enrico?
Yeah, I was just wondering if actually what the latest was on that.
There really is no latest. I mean, they will be doing kind of like a soft launch of it before it's like official, so everyone can look at it and see if all the features and like needed items are on it before it becomes official. but there is no set deadline for when they expect the site to be finished at this point. It does have a really nice, clean interface. It's a lot more professional looking, but I haven't seen a huge difference in the functionality, although it's been under discussion, and I know that they're focusing on creating like an internal white label kind of social network exclusively for TVP. So that's going to be good, and that should eliminate some of the excess Facebook presence that we have from supporters creating
Insufficient
pages.
permissions.
But other than that, there's no deadline currently in place, and it will be, up for review from admins and supporters alike to look at it and critique and say what they need and what's missing.
Okay, great. Saban's just joined. Has anyone got the right to actually drag him in the channel? I don't seem to have the right.
Me neither.
User left your channel.
It's weird. I don't understand why he can't join it because there's anybody can join normally.
User joined your channel. User was moved to your channel.
There we go. Cheers. Don't know who did that. Hey, Zaben.
Hi, Seven.
Hello, Zaven. Can you hear us?
Okay, he seems to have a couple of issues. So, did you drag him in, Joe?
No, I didn't. I did drag Axel back in. He accidentally got removed from the room when I took away the marketing POC badge from him. Nicole is now the director of marketing POC marketing, so she should be the only one with that red badge.
Maybe somebody can take Saban to a different room and try to resolve this.
I can do that. Just a second.
Hang on. He's texting me and he says he can't text, he can't speak, only listen.
Okay, I'll fix that.
So maybe in the meanwhile, Ben, you can tell us about how this team is working.
Yeah, well, basically, our team is basically is divided in like four sections, four areas. The main areas, as you can see on the website anyway, music, film, and print. And then we have also one that's called news, which is at the moment all that we have on that is a TVP magazine, which actually Fabrico can talk a bit about later, and also just some news about the team. But and so if we have like projects set up for um, each area, but also some of the projects actually take a bit needs support from some of the others areas. So for example, if you make a film, then you need some sound for it. Then you try to contact some of the people who can actually provide you some of that material. Same for print. And on top of that, so now that we have the marketing team, um, we wanted to develop that closer relationship. So I think that's also we're going to try to develop working with them basically. And that's one, I guess, of one of the topics we're going to talk about, how this is going to happen. And also, so concerning material that is produced for the team, like volunteers work.
User
Just
was
to
moved out of your
clarify, well,
channel.
we'll
User
we'll talk
left
about
your
this later
channel.
actually. But yeah, basically the work that is submitted to the team, then we'll just upload it on the website and then share it with the rest of the teams, and hopefully also let other teams know about it so they can actually use it, and especially ones that are that have the local chapters, so they can actually translate it in their own language and use it for their own contribution anyway. So yeah, that's that pretty much.
Then I prepared for this a graphic. I post this link in the chat room.
When you said upload to the website, what website did you mean then?
The venusexpression.org website.
Okay, can I kind of address things that have been going on with marketing and how that can affect VEM?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Okay, well, technically, anybody who's a supporter can make any type of material in support of TVP. However, if they distribute it in any way, it cannot be deemed official. The only way it can be deemed official and in support of TVP is if it goes through our proper system and process of getting official approval. And if anything goes through this system and is approved, it is uploaded to the
User
download
joined your
section
channel.
on the venusproject.com, and therefore by being on that website, it is official. So if it's not there currently, it's not official. So the marketing team has created best practices, and this document's going to be evolving as we move on with other projects. Like currently, we don't have best practices for video content, but right now we're focusing on the viral images that people share on Facebook, and so we have that in depth quite a bit. But eventually it'll evolve and include videos and flyers and everything. But there's a checks and balances system in place right now where Roxanne, Sven, and I believe Sean, our QA team that approves it, and then they give notes if there's needs for improvement, and people can check that folder, the needs improvement folder, and work on it again. And then once it's approved, it's put on the venusproject.com under the download section, and therefore then it's official, and then it can be distributed on Facebook and various other ways. Does that make sense?
Yeah, totally fine. And that's pretty much what's been the structure for our team anyway. Anything that's uploaded on the Expression website isn't official work. That's why it doesn't actually need the quality assurance check. But like you said, for it to be official material, then it does need to go through the quality assurance. And that's, I mean, I guess that's what we ask people who make contributions to actually put
User
the
joined your channel.
expression logo on their work and not just TVP, so we don't get confused. And yeah,
User was moved out
we
of your
haven't really had
channel.
any problems with that. I mean, Roxanne and Sean and all that, they're all aware about the website, our website, what we've got on it, and if they wanted to use some of the material from then they were we're happy for them to just use it and download it and then do whatever they like with it. So yeah, that's pretty much all I've got to say about that.
Well, the reason why I was really excited about coming to this meeting and talking to you guys is because, to be frank, I feel like the VEM team is kind of like the redheaded stepchild of the Venus Project. Do you guys know what that phrase means?
Nope.
The
No.
redheaded stepchild means that, well, first of all, there's not a lot of redheaded people, and then to be a stepchild means that you're not blood, and not related to the family. And so in the U.S. at least, it's a phrase that means that you're undesirable and kind of cast off to the side because you're not blood and you're not, brown haired or blonde or whatever. You're this redheaded person. And
Like
so
Native American?
yeah, you could very much say that too, based on our history with Native Americans. Sure. So
Okay, I get you anyway.
So I feel like you guys are kind of cast to the side, and kind of some of the supporters and people involved with TVP kind of see your team as, oh, well, they're artists, they can't do anything. It's not like you're an engineer, and so it's like, let them do their own thing, and if we can use it, we can use it, and if we can't, we can't. And I've grown up with artists my entire life, and I know that there's a creative process, and you want to be able to communicate what you want through your art, and you don't want it controlled. I get that, and I understand it, but I also know that when artists are involved with non-for-profits and things that they're passionate about, that they also want their work to see the light of day. And currently, I feel like you guys are kind of like a supermarket, and everyone from the various teams just comes around and decides, oh, can we
User
use
joined
this?
your channel.
Do we want this
User
kind?
joined your channel.
And I feel it would be much more effective if we had clear, streams of communication where we could say, hey, we're looking for a piece of music that has this type of feel to it. Who on the VEM team can produce something like that? And because otherwise your stuff you're going to make stuff and it's going to sit there in your VEM site and it's never going to see the light of day. It's just going to be there for people to browse through like a catalog. And I think that's really unfair, especially the time and effort and energy people put into these projects. So if you argue with that, please let me know. But I feel that that's unnecessary and something we could eliminate if we work closer together.
Yeah, go on.
No, it's okay, after you.
No, go on.
Far too polite in here, aren't we? I just wanted to say I think you make a good point there, Nicole. I think to me it just seems to make sense to streamline the creative efforts of the team and make it relevant, and like you say, and ensure that it's not wasted work and wasted time. It just seems to be more an efficient approach.
Yeah, indeed. It's something I think everybody has noticed about the team, basically. And what I'd say is that the problem is how we're gonna get to actually. It's more like the method. We haven't actually had like a proper method that actually worked to actually get people to do some work together. So, Zaven, is your mic working?
Yeah, and hello everyone.
Hey.
Hi.
Hi, Simon.
How are you guys doing?
Yeah, all good. We've got the agenda a bit all over the place, so I guess we'll get back to this point. I don't know. Should we get back to this point and then sort of start over since Zaven is arrived now? Everybody okay with that?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. So we heard earlier Jonathan and Axel talk a little bit about themselves because they sort of so like I was saying, Zaven, you, Jonathan, and Axel would sort of take over the coordination of the expressions team. And Jonathan and Axel talk a little bit about themselves, so we thought you could do that as well and say, give us your thought about, you know, the coordination and all that.
All right then. First of all, we've been talking about this. We talked about this obviously a couple of times. Personally, my opinion about it, I don't mind whoever gets the coordinator promotion, as long as it fits anything anything best for the Venus Expression media team. I agree with it, so I don't have any problems if Jonathan or Axel or whoever will be voted for that. I don't mind, since I've been already working for the pictures and stuff like that, so it's fine with me. I just want someone who can obviously and can handle this kind of responsibility, because to me it's like the person must be very serious about this, and also we talked about it, Ben, you know that, and I mean he might or she might have this communication skills with people and a lot of understanding and knows about Venus project and aims and stuff like that. So I mean, general knowledge, capable person. What I vote a person that who is or she is capable of handling this. It's for me that I take this seriously. That's my opinion, and I want someone or whoever is going to get promoted can obviously take the responsibility to take care of it. That's it.
Okay, well, just wanted to clarify a little something about the position. I mean, I don't see myself, I have not seen myself as someone who was actually making decisions and saying basically saying what should be done and what shouldn't be done. I think the role of a coordinator is more about actually guiding, directing people where so they can actually produce their work and give them what they need, like give them the contacts that they need, give them the material, where to get it, the tools, and this, and also the communications, help with the communication. So in that sense, is set up meetings and get people to meet each other that have the same interest and have an idea. And for example, you get those who have ideas, then you get those who can actually create that idea on paper, on print or music or whatever. So this is what you guys would need to look after, basically. This is to me the function of a coordinator, not actually someone's, not actual dictators that this needs to be done, this is crap, you're not going to do that. That's not a thing that I don't think you should be doing as a coordinator anyway. So if you three, because to me it seems like a good idea that you three work together.
User joined your channel.
And share these kind of responsibilities. And since you all three have like your best at your own area, like music, video, film, and print, then you can sort of like take care of each section best, and then share all the like responsibilities, like taking care of meeting people and all that, and answering to emails and setting up meetings. You can alternate depending on how much time you got. So, yeah. So if you got anything you'd like to add to this?
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm personally, I agree with that, and like you said, it's not like dictating to people. Like I said, I mean, personally, I think in different ways. Like it's not because of only talking about coordinator or administrator or whatever it is. I like what was my opinion was that I really like to see people like being much more self-confident whatever they are talking or sharing or helping people, you know, these kinds of people, because we know that we have pretty much people whom they are still lacking about in general knowledge, or which page should they go so that they can visit or use any kind of tools and stuff like that for towards Venus project. So this is what I was saying, but on the other hand, I agree with that also with you, Ben, because like you said, uh, Axel, he's on music, and Jonathan, he's on video and I'm printing, and yeah, that will be also working fine, I guess. Yeah, but we really should separate, you know, our schedules, and by agreeing with each other so that we can manage everything um, more effectively. So I don't know if we are going to talk about this like weekly schedules or every once in a while, like every monthly schedule or 2 weeks at a time. I don't know. So I like to hear about this also.
Okay. Well, anyway, at first, like I said, I will stick around. So I guess us four can actually talk about the next steps in that sense. Uh, if you're still with in Jonathan and Axel, if you're still happy to go ahead with this.
I think the goal of this work is to create results on a more professional way. That's very important because in the last or in the past we had also much things like a video or a picture or a text or some or the music. Um, it is not really it was not really good for the Venus project. Yeah, it represents not the original meaning, and it was more a private thing, and so and I think the Venus Expression Media team is also a team who's working professional on things for the promotion of the Venus project for the marketing team. So I think Nicole can tell us how she sorry my English how she thinks about the cooperation with both teams, what her goals are.
Yeah, I agree.
Go ahead.
Sorry, I was just saying that I agree with Excel what he was saying, obviously, because lately I have been seeing a lot of pictures being posted on Facebook, and which I didn't knew who was doing that kind of work, which we were supposed to, you know, support these kinds of things, and this kind I would like also to discuss about this thing also, this topic according to the picture, and I don't know if you Excel have seen any lately musics towards this kind of stuff. So
Sorry, just I'll interrupt. On the agenda is just the third topic. So I thought because we can talk about all this work that need a quality assurance check. So I thought we've just finished the first topic, which is about the new coordination, and now we're sort of so we're gonna move towards the next topic, which is working together with marketing. So yeah, so maybe Nicole, well, what you were talking about earlier, um, What I'm just gonna let you what you're gonna say, but I think you had something to say, and then we'll get back to what you were talking about earlier.
Okay, well, part of why I wanted to come to this meeting and kind of feel you guys out and how you operate and what's going on is because I fully don't understand why VEM and marketing are separate to begin with. I think, and it's not like I'm trying to be Godzilla here and ruin everyone's, system that they've had going, or like I'm a Pac-Man trying to eat up all the teams. That's not what I'm trying to do. But I think having separate teams on some things, like these two teams in particular,
User was
creates
moved to your channel.
barriers from us actually getting things done. And so, I wanted to ask this team, if you think it's necessary to even have these two teams, or if you, think that they could just work together and then break off into small projects, when the time comes. If marketing has some type of video project coming up, and we need music for it, well, then everyone who's working on the music could break off into, a team and work on the music, and then everyone working on the actual film footage could, be their own little team, and then, we all come back together to marketing, like it's the mothership. If you guys like that idea or don't, I mean, let me know, because I think that'll really help figure out how we're going to move forward.
Okay, well, I'd just like to say that basically, the expressions team is different from the marketing team in the sense that it's just a gathering for artists who basically want to volunteer and contribute with their work. I mean, usually people what they do is they come up with a concept, and they produce it, and then they share it with a team, and they're happy for us for people to use it. After this work was supposed to be available for any other team, any other member of a Venus project who wanted to use it to
User
create
left your
another more material, basically, and where also our team was supposed to actually get people to work together and do their work together on projects. And this is where we've actually not done very well at all, because people have been working well on their own, but we have not managed to actually get people to work together. And I think a problem, being in the VFX industry, I can see that what we're sort of missing is a production team of some sort.
User joined your
Um,
channel.
on top of all the problems that we have, that it's a lot harder to work because we're so far from each other. We don't have the same kind of resources. The time is to find is difficult, and many other problems. On top of that, I think we need this kind of, and the marketing. I think it would be this is that's the way I see it. It could help us with a sort of like directing a good idea, and then producing some material for it. And I think this is where it could work, and I hope that's where we're heading towards, really.
Well, what you just said, about, you guys coming up with ideas individually and then bringing them to the team, that's essentially what the marketing team does as well. And I do want to make clear that not everyone on the marketing team has a marketing background. There's some team members that have never had a job or career or anything where they have a marketing background, but they've brought a really good idea to the table, and so they've been brought to the marketing team. And something that the marketing team is doing that's different than any of the teams, as far as I know, is that we're making sure that the team members have a base level of understanding of what marketing is. And so the entire team is going through a free online course right now, and every week we have like a personal assignment to do on our own time to learn about marketing concepts. So everybody will have the same base level of understanding and understand why we're doing the things we're doing, as far as, any type of marketing, whether we end up doing something in a magazine or doing a TV commercial or whatever in the future, they'll understand why we're making the decisions we're doing because they're going through that education as well. And then it's good for the people that do have marketing background because it's just a good refresher of going over these key things, and you never know when it'll create inspiration. So I think it would make more sense if VEM, kind of folded into marketing and we were just one team. And then, people, like I said before, who are working on specific projects can pull to the side and work together, making music or making visuals or whatever. But I think that the division of us being two teams is kind of in the way right now from us being really effective.
I'd like to say that at least I'm glad that we have the marketing here today with us because I've never seen that many people at an expression meeting before. So that's a great point. And also, sorry, go ahead.
Sheena?
It's okay, I'll wait.
Well, I just wanted to say too, I mean, a lot of the admin and I have been discussing, we do understand that this is a volunteer organization and that we should be grateful for anyone's time or commitment in general. But really, when it comes to propelling this organization forward, we really need commitment and determination from the people that are on the team. And so if, the expectation of the marketing team is if you expect to be a marketing team member, you're expected to be at the meetings and to be on the marketing team Skype channel. And, if you're not doing those things and you're not informing the team that you can't make a meeting or something like that, then we can't possibly be effective and reach the goals that we set for ourselves, which in effect hinder reaching the aims and proposals that TVP, provides for us. And so I think the marketing team has really, discovered how serious people have to be in order for us to really make what we're working on happen. I mean, because lots of people think it's a pipe dream, and I don't believe that at all. I think having an RBE is totally attainable. We just need to work together to do it. And that you have to have a high level of commitment and have attendance, in order to make that happen. So I don't know if that could be an issue. I don't know how good attendance is for the VEM team, but should we decide to, move forward with melding the two teams together, that would be, a standard and an expectation that's already in place.
I see where you're coming from, and I think it's not a bad idea. At the moment, I don't know exactly how it would work to actually merge completely the two teams, because the little difference I see with the expression
User
media
joined your
team
channel.
is that it's as if you'd say you have a team of artists who are basically they're more on the technical side, and also I guess a little bit of creative. And the marketing team, you don't actually need any kind of knowledge, like artistic knowledge on the sense that well, how do you create an image or music and all that? Because you have the people from the expression team who can actually provide this work for you. So then after you get people who work for both, which is fine as well. But I think we'll just have to be careful on what we come up with, and like just like to make just one team. I mean, I don't see the problem that there's two teams. I see the fact that we have not been talking to each other for ever, and we should actually just really work on working together, definitely.
Sure.
I think Nicole?
No, that was it. I just said sure.
Yeah, I was just going to agree with that as well. I think there's obviously a lot of projects and things to manage and stuff, and I think if we streamline the communication and the aims, projects being connected and things. I think that resolves the problems.
Does marketing have like an area on a website where you gather and you get like you talk, or you have like some sort of forums or something like that?
We have the Skype channel for marketing.
It'd probably be useful if we had perhaps a nominated representative or representatives from expressions and marketing, to perhaps act as a point of liaison. Whether that would mean that they'd be in the Skype group or not, I don't know. Maybe it could be done via sort of weekly update that we could then take to the meetings, and do it that way to ensure that communication's effective.
I'm sorry, I just have a question. Is for the Venus Expressions, is the main goal of your department is to handle the actual media expressions as far as like the graphic design and different things as far as lectures and all the things that are actually directly expressed out to the media?
Yeah, expressions create video, music, pictures, things like that. Yeah, for use by TVP.
Yeah, I had actually, we were talking about this a lot, and talking about not so much merged with the marketing department, but under the umbrella of the marketing department, but their own, their own department in and of itself, sub-department, if you will, under marketing. And I see that this is already, here, so maybe we could talk, not just absorbing you in, because you are your own specialized focus. There's, for instance, just an example, there's many different aspects of a marketing department that goes into subcategories, but if you're involved with expressions and you're involved with font sizes and these different things, while they're really the focus of your department, they may not be the focus of the social media department or the other sub departments. So I think that it would really be good for you to come on and the marketing, be under the umbrella of the marketing, but not completely absorbed, because especially as we're growing more and more and more, we are going to need to have these sub departments with their focus. No,
Yeah.
I agree with you, Jennifer. If we're going to do media, there's a lot of different outlets that people can use: video, art, music. And if we try to merge too much with marketing, then we're going to have way too many departments under one roof. If we have a representative of the VEM that can relay what we're working on or what needs to be worked on or what they want to present,
User joined your channel.
we can work on that. You guys know what I mean?
Yeah.
We had talked about that at past meetings, marketing meetings, to get liaisons from, pretty much all the various
User
teams
left
so
your
we know
channel.
what's going on. But also, if you look at the membership of both VEM and marketing, we share a huge majority of the same people too. So, why are things not being communicated, effectively is the question then, if we have so many overlapping team members.
I'm sorry, guys. I will jump in real quick because I gotta go with update. It's a little bit on the side. This is regarding TVP TV project. I'm ready to finish that right now and get it online, and I would like to get it online as soon as possible. So if you have some kind of work you would like to present there in video format, this is clip or something maybe can be used for intermission, please check on their the Venus Project Media website. It has link for that for that project, and check it out. What do you think, and maybe can be improved or something we can replace, or you can participate in any way. And another thing is the comics project right now. If you can help me with that, I'll appreciate any input on that. So thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, basically we do have those projects on our website. So I'll post the link down there, and anybody who wants to help on these projects that we just talked about, then yeah, the details are there.
Thank you.
User
Yes,
left your
so
channel.
cheers, Dan. So yes, I was just gonna add, since we were talking about projects working together with the marketing team, um, I mean, in the meantime,
User left your
until we
channel.
actually have something better, we can, I mean, all the volunteers, even the marketing volunteers, they can actually use the expressions, the website's platform, to actually communicate. Um, if the marketing team has a new project, then the code, well, we can upload it on this page and link into well, basically, if you open that web page, ongoing projects, and on any of the projects, if you click on the here for I support the Venus project, for example, then you're redirected to a discussion that was created by usually the person who came up with the project, and you can actually discuss ideas there and give an update of the work and these kind of things. So at the moment, that's the platform that we've got for people to actually participate, get the description of the projects, but know who to contact, and then yeah, communicate ideas and work. So what do you guys think about this platform at the moment, anyway?
I think it's fine. I just, you know, marketing is working on some of these projects. Like I've announced on the seminar, we're doing the I Support the Venus Project video thing. I just wish we could, have better communication over this type of thing. And for whatever reason, it's not happening, even though we have multiple overlapping members. So I almost feel like, um, when I was younger and they trained us as school children how to deal with a fire, that you have to point to someone and say, you call 911. Otherwise, everyone else will think everyone's calling 911 when nobody calls 911, emergency services. And so I feel like we have to have a specific liaison that knows that it's their duty to go to, every VEM meeting and every marketing meeting and, be the person that says, okay, well, marketing's working on this, how can we help them, and, VEM's working on this, how can marketing help us get that out there? And I was hoping that, this meeting we were going to figure out who the new, coordinators were for the team, so maybe that coordinator could be the person being the liaison. I don't know.
I think that's a really, really great idea, Nicole. Yeah, I mean, whatever we want to call it, if you want to call it a coordinator or a
User
liaison
left your
or a
channel.
point of contact or, whatever. It's not a hierarchical position. It's just a contact, a position. When the team of each one. Okay, so you have your social media team, or you have your graphic design team, or you have your, whatever, etc. team, with your point of contact that can kind of relay the major decisions that your team has made to the marketing department in general, just so the marketing department is aware, of these team decisions. And it is a good idea to have at least one point of contact or liaison from the marketing team in the meetings. I would hope at least for this expressions media team that everybody that's interested in any aspect of design or video, or anything media would at least come to these teams, but team meetings, since they are going to be after the seminar anyway. So I would hope they would do that. But like she said, at least one person from the team from each team that's umbrellaed under marketing that can relay the important decisions over to marketing, and also someone from marketing at least to be present in it.
I agree with both you and Nicole. We do need to have a better structure of how we're going to operate this system if we want it to succeed, because the fact of having them completely separated, the marketing needs advertising and the expressions makes the advertising. So if we don't coordinate what marketing is trying to get out there and what EM or BEM is working on, we can't coordinate our efforts properly. And then it becomes a point where it's like a supermarket. You can use it or you can't. But if we have a better connection and a better foundation, our marketing can say, well, we need a new advertising video or a new comic strip or different things that they are looking for. And the VEM can actually work on those projects to help progress the Venus project itself.
Yeah, I mean, we have to understand too, we're constantly growing. We may have, just use an example, 100,000 people now, and then, next year I'll have 1 million people or this and that. So we're constantly growing and we're going to be constantly structuring it. So we can't beat ourselves up, too bad for not having the communication that we should have or whatever. We are really, really working hard on it. But I think these are definitely, it's always going to come. We're always going to be further specializing and further growing, as maybe the video department just takes on, which is a part of media, just takes on its own, issue, that because as we grow, those specialize out. But then in turn, you do have some type of point of contact, like I said, but the teams come together as a decision and, someone relays it over. It's not that person is making the decision for the entire department or anything like that at all. It's just to coordinate with the umbrella, the marketing department that they're umbrellaed under.
I think so what you just said, I think a good way of maybe operating would be because at the moment the volunteers and the expression team are you basically workers in a way, and they're artisans or artists who produce a work.
User left your channel.
If the marketing team could actually, in that sense, direct, if they come up with a project idea, then they develop it, then, for example, they can say what they need. They'll say, "Oh, we need a picture of this there. We need to send that message through, and you need to express this kind of idea." And when everything is clear with what you need, and you've got it on a document or whatever, and then uh, it's a lot easier after that to actually present it to artists and get them involved in this kind of work because they've got a clear idea of what's happening and they know who to contact, they know where to get the stuff from, and it makes, and that, to me, I think that's how a project can work. So how do you think that would work?
Well, again, I think we need a liaison, and I think the most effective liaison would be whoever is, succeeding after you then. And part of why I mentioned the possibility of melding the two teams together was because, as I said before, marketing has come up with best practices thus far for the viral Facebook images, but it will be evolving for video and other things as well. Then we also have a submission process. So should any VEM people come up with an idea for a campaign or some type of interesting way to market, that could be submitted through our submission process so we can, address it once we arrive to it on our agenda, because we have many things currently on our agenda, but as things are finished, then things from the submission area is added to the agenda. So, that's how things could be moved more smoothly too. Of course, the liaison could do that on behalf of VEM members. So I think it's really important we figure out who is taking the reins now that you're stepping down.
Go on, John.
Can I say something? I was kind of thinking about those things when you guys were talking about whether the teams should be completely merged together or whether the VEM should be like a sub team. I don't know about the definition of it, but I think that everyone in VEM should probably have a basic understanding of marketing, pretty much like everybody in marketing has. So if it's gonna be if there are gonna be different meetings for the teams or not is less important. What is important is that when people bring up projects, there will be projects being brought up under that basic understanding. Otherwise, there's going to be a lot of problems and miscommunications.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yep, basically, yeah, that's the main idea. I think um, yeah, meetings should be joint meetings, probably from now on at least. Uh, if you're gonna talk about projects being project we're working on, if the only reasons that marketing I don't think need to be involved with would be if it's a meeting about a technical issue, which I don't think that, yeah, it doesn't really matter to the marketing team how you actually create a picture or whatever. But well, I mean, like on the technical, like how software works and all that things.
Right.
Yep, sorry.
Yeah, I agree, Ben. That's sort of what I was saying, and you know what we marketing does have a final submissions process that Nicole and everyone worked on, which is a pretty great submissions process now. So I think all the fine detailing of the, like I said, the font size of this or the that or that, they even put some best practices into place of where they had decided. I think everyone had come to agreement on on font sizes and things. But I think for the technical details, as long as they aren't outside of what this best practices page is, and that can even be added to and developed as it branches out. I think as far as that is, it's only graphic design right now, I think, but I might be wrong. That I asked Nicole on that. But those different things you can come to in your team, and then when you come to your final decision, you just submit it. It gets approved or put over into the needs work, and then it goes to the subject of how we're going to advertise it, which is the advertising department, which is kind of separate from the graphic design department, even though they are all kind of umbrellaed, and there will be times we talk about it, but there is people producing the product, and then it goes through a submission process, and then it goes to determine how the best way to advertise it is. And after the advertising form is chosen, then that's even delegated over to a specific form of advertising, because social media is a different form of advertising than television and different than radio and things like that. So I think it can be broken down and structured in a way that is not so burdensome to people that are involved with it, can give them some help, and also help things flow clearly and not be consuming one sub-department or whatever with, like you said, the technical stuff of there that they just have no interest or passion in, or need to be there, but that kind of thing.
Yeah, sorry, did you say there's an advertising department on top of the marketing?
I'm hoping that we can get to that level. That's what I'm hoping, that the to get to that level, because I was saying that even with marketing, I mean, advertising alone, and you may be saying that too, is a sub department of marketing. Social media is a sub department, graphic design is a sub department, media, these are sub departments of marketing, and I think that so that people aren't getting burnt out and run ragged and going crazy, we really can't escape it as we get bigger, that it does need to be specialized. So I'm hoping what we can do is maybe even from the media area, focus those departments too, and kind of have where after the project is created, you know, then we can have it go over to advertising. As I know now, there's no separate sub-department built for advertising, but I'm hoping we can go there. We're just starting to even specialize on the social media area and stuff like that, but I hope together with you guys we can set these up, and then the people who have the passion and experience in them, you know, and desire for these different things can be in these departments, and whoever else we bring on with us can go, you know, according to their passion and experience to help you guys and help everybody further. I have to jump into a Google Hangout for an organizational meeting. So I'm sorry to kind of jump out a little bit. I wasn't aware we were gonna go into this part, but anybody could please, if you have anything you ever need from me, I'm on Skype, and you can talk to me, and I'll be in the POC meeting too. It was really great talking to you guys. Good luck.
Good, thanks, Bob.
No problem. Have a great day.
Cheers, Jen.
See you later, Jen.
Bye. Bye, guys.
Okay, all this
User
said,
disconnected from your channel.
Yeah, go on.
I'm sorry, I have a problem to follow Jennifer. She's talking very, very fast with slang. This is very.
I just said that also. I just typed it already.
If I can address what she said, don't be too concerned with some of the things she just said. Those are of her own ideas and of her own accord. They've not been anything officially approved via marketing. It's just a direction that she would like to lead marketing in, and thinks it will grow into in that way. And so I wouldn't be too overwhelmed with that concept. But her proposal, to kind of surmise what she said, being that she talks fast, is that eventually marketing team will reach the growth point where we will have to break off into, you know, mini teams within the team that are specifically focused towards different types of marketing. Which, I mean, we already kind of do when we do projects. You know, at the meeting, a project is proposed, it's asked who can work on it, and then if multiple people are working on that project, then they work together on their own to fulfill what needs to be done. So that's already being in effect, but she feels that there needs to be separate channels on Skype and things of that nature, which I think is a bit redundant and causes a lot of lack of communication and, you know, people not being fully informed because things are all over the place. But my main concern with the VEM team is that, you know, we don't have someone making a clay pot thinking they're helping reach the aims and proposals for the Venus project, you know, because they made a clay pot that has designs that are TVP related. Unless, of course, we were doing some type of art gallery showing of our supporters and the art they created, you know, to get awareness. Because a clay pot doesn't help us, you know, get video presentations out there, doesn't get viral, you know, images out there. So we don't want people on the VEM team to be making things that really aren't helping, you know, marketing or overall TVP in general move forward and get to where we need to be. You know, if people want to do that on their own for their own purposes, it's totally cool. But if they expect that their art is to be used to help TVP reach the aims and proposals, then we all just need to be on the same page with each other.
Okay, yeah, that's sounds good. So what I was thinking, you were talking about the liaison with the marketing team. So it will be pretty much down to John, Axel, and Zayn how they want to do it. I'll be around anyway to help with that if help is needed until, yeah, as long as you need. Yeah, if anybody else has any input on that.
Well, if the meetings are going to be together, then we don't need one. Do we?
Well, we didn't decide on having the meetings together.
Yeah, we can have that. So I mean, yeah, we can set up meetings. Um, I mean, yeah, doing these kind of meetings that we're doing now it should be a great idea in the future. I mean, I'm totally for it.
The only thing that I'm thinking of that's going to be a problem we need to solve is the length of the meeting, which is already becoming very long. When we had the branding meeting after the marketing meeting, which is, I guess, another kind of sub-team or something. If we're going to have all kinds of subjects that need to be all addressed on the same meeting, we're going to have a very, very long meeting.
I think we're having that right now because we're kind of like TVPs in the awkward teenager stage. Like we're growing into our body here and trying to reorganize and restructure. So things are kind of crazy and like they need a lot of attention. You're talking about the positioning meetings that we've been having, which is marketing related, but not solely a marketing issue. It's an organizational issue. And so we've had to share the time that marketing typically would go, deeper into things. We've been having to leave to go to the positioning meeting. So that's been, aggravating at best to say. But I think it would be good if, VEM members came on a regular basis to marketing meetings. Currently, I mean, I couldn't attend VEM meetings at the time that you guys normally have them scheduled because typically I'm on Sunday seminars, and before the seminars, we're working on the order in which we're speaking and what points we're covering and the topics that we're talking about. So I really can't, be in two places at once. But if it was possible, since the majority of VEM members are on marketing anyway, to just get the rest of them to come on a Friday at 1800, that would be awesome.
I think if we are going toward this direction, why is the VM even being the meeting being done on the same time that the seminar is done? Maybe we should find a different date.
Good point.
Because it's as if everybody on VM isn't interested in the seminar, which is a bit weird.
All right, well, there's plenty of time for you guys to set up and meetings as long as we let each other know what's going on, and if people can't make it, then at least maybe have a recording or a summary, something written somewhere. I mean, that's my suggestion, really.
Well, we have written agendas all the time. We haven't started recording it, but we're considering recording our meetings. But we always have a written agenda of what we went over and kind of what the projects are that people, have committed to working on and things like that. So that's not a problem.
Okay, well, sounds good to me. So, if we move to the next one, quality assurance check. I guess we've covered a lot of that already. Like I was saying, anyway, at the moment the position of the expression media is that any contributor that want to share their work with us, we can upload it on the website as long as it's not something completely horrendous, like with something completely out of line that don't understand, that don't get the point of the Venus project. After some of other things, sometimes contributors don't always get the meaning of the contribution, then they get their own interpretation. So that can stay as an expression, like contribution, but is not wouldn't be official unless it's actually passed the quality check. But that doesn't really concern the expression team at the moment anyway. If you want to change that later, it's up to you guys. But yeah, that's all I've got to say about the quality of assurance for the material, really.
So, what kind of resolution are we coming to, guys, regarding this? Are we going to start having VEM members come to marketing meetings on a regular basis? And if so, I would assume that means that they need to be informed of our toolkit so they can have access to our past agendas and current agendas in the future. So let me know.
I think that's a great idea.
Well, it's up to you guys who's gonna go, John, Axel, or Zaven. If you can all go, then it's up to you if you're going, or if it's just one of you, I don't know.
Well, for my part, I'm not sure about that because I don't know the schedules yet, and what I think is that I think that I probably I would like to be where I am right now because I'm pretty much loaded with a lot of stuff since the past couple of months. I've been a lot busy also, but I was trying to keep in touch with this designing pictures and stuff like that. But for now, I cannot promise you anything like attending to the marketing meetings or so. But I would like to hear from you, Nicole, the dates and what times you guys are having a meeting and so on, so that I can see if I can manage anything about it or whatever it is.
Sure. As I said before, we meet every Friday at 1800 UTC. Every Friday, unless some type of freak of nature or I drop dead, we meet every Friday.
Oh, all right then. Friday, no, I cannot make it Friday. Definitely, I cannot make it. I only can make it on the weekend, so Saturday and Sunday. So I was trying to analyze my and schedule date and time, but I can skip that.
Okay, well, Jonathan and Axel come on a regular basis, so we have, 2 out of the 3 ain't bad. And I guess they can bring the stuff back to the team then.
Yeah, that's true. I was in the last meetings, marketing meetings, and I cannot promise that I find the time for this because I'm artist too, and weekend this is my my business. So in the spring and in the summertime, I'm on tour again in Europe, and so I will listen to the records then.
I was also going to say we could make our own meetings to have our coordinator from VEM be able to coordinate with the marketing team on a time that's available to our coordinator and Nicole.
Yeah, if you're gonna do something like that, it's something like once every month would be good.
Yeah, I mean, so that way we can kind of touch bases with marketing and see what they're working on for either the next 2 weeks or a month and see what EVM or VEM can do to assist and make projects to help the marketing because everybody does have different schedules and they might not be able to attend the marketing meeting or the VEM meeting, but at least if we all have a basis of okay, our coordinator met with marketing. This is what they would like us to work on. Who would like to work on what? And then analyze what we worked on, say a week or so prior to the next meeting with our coordinator with marketing. So that way our coordinator can look at what we've worked on and see what progress we've made and make corrections before we present it to the marketing team.
Yeah, well, it looks like out of the three, Jonathan's left, and Jonathan's pretty consistent with coming to meetings, so I think we'll be fine. But that is a good idea. I much rather have the person actually be there at the meeting so they can hear the discussion and how, we arrived at even doing the projects we decide to do. And so, they get the gist of the feeling and what we're trying to, what message we're trying to get across to the masses or whatever niche market that we're focusing on at the time. I think that's really key. And not everybody has time to listen to a recording,
User
to
joined your
get
channel.
up to date and catch up. But I think we'll be fine with Jonathan being, part of both teams and being there consistently.
Great.
Guys, sorry, I need to jump in for a second. Andrew, are you in here? I didn't see his name, but I was wondering if we're looking for him.
No, he's not here.
Okay, thanks, Nicole.
Fabrico, did you want to say something? I don't know
User
if you
left your
go
channel.
to marketing meetings as well, but since you're working on TVP magazine, I guess are you actually in contact with Nicole and marketing team?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay. I don't know how much you want to get involved with the marketing team, but maybe you can get some support from there as well.
Yeah, sure. For me, it makes sense what they are trying to do, and I will help them with graphics.
Fantastic. Can you make the meetings on Fridays?
Yes, it's at the same time of the seminars, that's right?
No, it's on Friday at 1800 UTC.
Yes,
Yeah.
but at the same time.
Yes, consistently.
Yeah, he meant like 6 universal time clock, like the seminars are on Sunday.
Oh, okay. Now I understand. Yeah.
Yes,
User joined
I
your
can
channel.
attempt.
Okay, fantastic. Well then, would it be all right if I add you to the marketing Skype channel and then I give you our toolkit so you can be informed and look that over? So then you're kind of prepared when you come to the meeting on Friday?
Yeah, sure. What kind of tool?
We call it our toolkit. It's an evolving document that has everything you need to know to be part of the marketing team. There's our past agendas, there's our best practices outline, there's everyone's contact information, what their names are on Skype, their email addresses. There's time clock converters so you can figure out UTC time. There's all different things on it.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, great.
Hello, Jeff, by the way.
Hello.
Say, Ben, did Arjun get in touch with you? He's a new person here to the TeamSpeak forums. I think he has an interest in joining Venus Expressions. Arjun, can you hear us?
Yeah, I chatted with him earlier. He's now talking to Axel, I think.
Yes, we are talking. We have contact.
Excellent.
Okay. I mean, I think we are done with the first 3 topics for now, anyway. So if you wanted to talk about getting involved as a project manager, I mean, like I was saying, my idea earlier was like I saw marketing as sort of the director, the clients who are basically sort of like using the artists of the expressions to actually produce them with the work But then as clients, they would need to work as a sort of a production team and a direct team. So that's the way I can see the relationship working. So I'll leave it at that. And so if anyone has any input on that or on general discussion, then open mic. Is it gone then all of a sudden?
That's what we call the
Apparently.
cricket.
Okay, well, if nobody has anything else to add, so I guess I'll just stop the recording and we'll end it here, right?
Yeah, I think
Well,
we
from my
came
part,
to some
I'm
pretty
done.
good solutions. Oh, go ahead, Seven. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry. My part, I'm done. I'm done. I just want to talk with the guys also later on.
User
Alright,
disconnected from your channel.
so I think we'll have an idea of what we need to do. So I'll leave it to the new coordinators to set up the meetings, and I'll be happy to assist. And anyway, until then, it's a nice being coordinator. Enjoyed it, and good luck to the new ones.
Thank you, Ben. You made a good job. Thank you for everything.
Well, thank you, Ben, and we are also expecting to see you every once in a while, okay?
I won't leave.
Yeah, for sure.
Thanks, Ben. Good meeting.
Thanks, man.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you, Nicole. Thank you, Ben. Thank you guys all.
Oh, and thank you for the marketing team as well.